dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs
What
you.
up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Monday Night Raw, September 8th, 2025. Joe and Corey on commentary in Milwaukee. Where's Cole? Well, he's been killing it overseas, so I'm thinking he probably needed a little bit of a break because the man has been doing this for so freaking long. But this was a Monday Night Raw to remember. We started off with the Usos. Oh my gosh, it was good seeing them come out, the Jay's music, and yeeting the love, Jay and Jimmy. You know, and it was great. It's like, oh, now that they're back together, the mic work's going to be crazy because they know how to play off each other. And they go out there, and after all the yeet, Jimmy tells Jay one more time. And they run it back. This was awesome. So as they're getting all this love and they're talking on the mic, the Brawns come out, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have some Uso mic time, and they did not disappoint. I was like, the Brawns can't really talk. The whole tribal thief thing was funny for a little bit, but it's just like, now these two are gonna get schooled by the Usos on the mic, in which they did Jimmy cooking in the kitchen, yum, 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 yum. And it sets up them telling him at WrestlePalooza will be the Usos versus the Vision. So I'm excited about that. WrestlePalooza's blowing up, man. Brock Lesnar versus Cena. Then you got Stephanie versus Io. Where the fuck is Stephanie? That's just one thing I've been asking, but whew, we gotta wait. Yeah, so WrestlePalooza's growing, and ESPN just got $30 richer from this big head boy. Then we go to LA Knight. You know, he's with Adam, and no, wait, I take that back. I messed up my notes here. But LA Knight came out to help because the Brawns wanted to get crazy. But LA Knight got out there and started beating up the Brawns, and then Jay and Jimmy started helping and this and that. Then afterwards, LA got with Adam, and he's like, I want the Brawns. I don't care which one. I want them tonight. And that sets up our main event. Then, what's this here? God, sometimes, guys, my notes, oh, yeah. Then, we get LA with Byron, and Byron's like this and that, and LA's like, nah. First match of the night, AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano. Awesome match. Dos comes out, because there's two El Grande Americanos now. Dos comes out, then Dragon Lee comes out, and this match was awesome. And before, so I don't know why we're paying all this money for Netflix to not have ads. They made us have ads tonight. I don't know why. Kind of pissed me off. But AJ cut a promo in the commercial break talking about how he's alone, hinting that they don't want me here, this and that. And I was like, oh, I wanted to see that. I like seeing the in-between stuff, you know, but we got commercials for things. And I was like, why are we paying all this money and we're getting commercials? Am I the only one? I don't know. This is interesting, but WWE did not share that on their socials. So we're hinting at something with AJ Styles letting loose on the mic during the break. But yeah, awesome match between these two. Fast-paced action. Dos is out there, Dragon Lee. And Dragon Lee gets dosed bad, man. And then AJ Styles, so smooth, like a smooth criminal, taking out El Grande Americano for the win. AJ Styles. Adams with Io backstage. Then Nikki pops up, and then here comes the Kabuki Warriors. But Io was told, like, yo, You know, you're going to have your match against Stephanie. The contract signing's not happening tonight. Then Nikki's there. Then the Kabuki Warriors gets in Nikki's face. And especially Asuka, because Asuka's just like overprotective of Io. This sets up a match between Nikki Bella and the Kabuki Warriors, later on tonight. We get an AJ Lee package, kind of like giving everybody a refresher of who she is, what she's brought to this business and everything like that, which I was going to say, which really helps because my daughter like really loves AJ Lee now. And I think with everyone out there that's younger, and to be reintroduced to the character of AJ Lee, I can't go wrong there. Then we go right into Lyra versus Raquel Rodriguez in my match of the night. Holy hell. I enjoyed this very, very much. Of course, Roxanne's out there. Lyra says she wanted to face the Judgment Day, so she faces Raquel tonight. Then next week she's facing Roxanne. But, man, I thought Lyra was going to get the win, but no. Raquel's growing on me so bad, y'all. I'm loving everything Raquel is doing. And she just whooped that ass to get the 1, 2, 3. And, this is why it's my match of the night. Like, there's some crazy stuff here. So I would say check this match out. We got the War Raiders backstage with Penta. Penta, I love this with Penta. He's like, hey, Adam. And I was like, what? He's like, everyone loves Penta. Because, yeah. Why don't you love Penta? He's like, what? And then Rusev pops up. He's like, hey, Adam, what happened to the plan? And Adam's like, what plan? He goes, I destroy, I conquer, I beat Sheamus. Now where's my championships? And Adam's like, what's going on? But this sets up a match between Penta and Rusev for later on tonight. Then we got AJ with Dragon Lee. Then here comes Jimmy looking for Jay. He finds Jay, and he's like, hey, man, we got to go out there. We got to go take care of some business, division, help LA Knight. And he's like, nah, I ain't going to help that fool. And Jimmy tells him, like, yo, man, you're not sounding like yourself. You're sounding more like Roman. Then Jimmy doesn't even, he's just like, you know what, Doug? Maybe I don't need to be my regular self. So we know Jimmy's going to the dark side. Is this going to happen at WrestlePalooza? Is he going to turn on Jimmy Uso? Ooh, baby. We shall see. Now, my moment of the night, AJ Lee. Here she is. She's back. And I'm like, all right, it's one thing to come back and whoop some ass, but it's another thing to get back on that mic. And AJ Lee has always been great on the mic. And she does not let up here. I mean, it's awesome. And Becky comes out, and I'm like, yes, give me that back and forth. And they're going back and forth. Becky just telling the crowd to shut up. And, it's just awesome. AJ being AJ. It just gave me all the feels of, when she was in WWE over 10 years ago and this and that. She's even said, hey, guys, I'm AJ Lee. And if you're wondering why your millennial parents are freaking out, she hasn't missed a beat on that mic. And her and Becky, then Becky's like, your stupid husband, and what kind of man hides behind his wife? And then AJ's like, that's exactly why I'm here. And here comes Seth, and then Punk, and then, but before this, she has Becky's Intercontinental Championship, and she's like, hey, you can come get this, telling Seth and Becky, you can come get this, or I just give it to you as long as you agree for a match between me, Punk, and you two. They're like, nah. But then here comes Punk laying waste to Seth. And Seth is losing it. And he agrees. So at WrestlePalooza, we're going to get Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Punk and Lee. I'm just like, damn, you're making that $30 seem so easy to spend. We got Bayley. Who is she going to be? The hugger or the ding dong? I don't know. I'm interested to see where this is going. But she said in this thing, I will make it right. What does that mean? And this whole, like, I'm sorry to Lyra, and then the Lyra being like, what about Bailey? And I'm like, didn't y'all have some weird fallout? I don't get this. I don't get this at all. Penta versus Rusev. This was a very heavy-hitting match. But guess who still has beef with Penta? And they come out in fashion is the New Day with Grayson Waller, or Big G as he's been calling himself, because he's trying to be the third member of the New Day, but causing enough to get Rusev to get the win. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know how this was going to go. I was like, maybe this is going to be Rusev's a losing situation for him, this and that, just because it is Penta. No, Rusev got the win. Kicked him right in the face. Yeah. Then we go into a John Cena package with Brock Lesnar. You know, they got their big old match at WrestlePalooza. We go to Jimmy backstage trying to talk to LA Knight. LA's like, nah. I'm going to go at this alone. I tried the whole team thing. I tried the whole helping out thing. No, it ain't going to happen. We ain't going to do that. So he goes, your brother caused me not winning my championship. You cost me not winning a championship. So Uso. Wow, that hurt. No. Then we get Nikki Bella versus Asuka. I was like, all right, Nikki Bella's going to beat Asuka. Whatever. No, Asuka beat Nikki Bella. I was like, oh, okay. And the wife was like, what if Nikki just keeps losing, and she just snaps and we get something different from her? I'm like, oh, I like that. I like that idea. Asuka got the win over Nikki Bella. Then we get the Judgment Day Clubhouse. I've been waiting. I love when I get my Clubhouse time. And Finn and them are like, hey, what's going on with El Grande Americano? And Dom's like, hey, man, it's a lucha thing, this and that. And he's just like, they're like, yeah, well, what's up, man? He's like, nothing. And then Roxanne's like, I'll go talk to him. And I was like, oh, spicy. Ooh. Then we get Nikki backstage with the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka getting in Nikki's face again, and then Rhea comes to the aid of Nikki in this situation. And I'm like, oh, Nikki and Rhea versus the Kabuki Warriors. Let's go, then! I'll take that all day, day. Then we have LA Knight, yeah, in the main event versus Bronson Reed, Tsunami, which he did not do in his match. But it was a back-and-forth battle. I really did enjoy this match more than I thought I would. And of course, the Braun Breaker is out there causing shenanigans. And Bronson Reed got a win over LA Knight. And I was like, oh, okay. Didn't expect that, But, of course, it ends with a beatdown. But here comes Jimmy. Then here comes Jay. And it's like, okay. We keep doing this ending with the Bronze. And now, my favorite part about this, and my second moment of the night, was the fact that Jay spears LA Knight and says, yeah, now we're even, Oos. I was like, oh. So pushing the theory more of how Jay is going to go to the dark side. Heel Jey Uso. No more yeet. None of that. The man's beloved, too. Look at the crowd. They yeet like crazy, man. I want him to get back his championship. That's just me. But yeah, that's how we end Monday Night Raw. Next week, we're in Springfield. And John Cena will be there. He's going to speak, And Brock Lesnar's going to be on SmackDown. Which, John won't be there because his last SmackDown was this past Friday. So that was Raw, September 8th, 2025 in Milwaukee. Joe Corey on commentary. And yeah, match of the night, Lyra versus Raquel. Freaking awesome. Moment of the night, AJ Lee, Becky, Seth, Punk, all that. Give me. Second moment of the night is Jey Uso spearing LA Knight. I was like, oh, that's how we end this. Executive producers, Paul, All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
She's on SmackDown. It's like someone orchestrated a way for me not to win anymore.